Severe floods in Malawi are raising fears of a large-scale cholera outbreak. Malawian President Mutharika has appealed for international assistance. Flooding in the country has killed at least 48 people and left more than 70,000 homeless. The southern half of the country has been declared a disaster zone, now scenes of devastation in the flood-ravaged country. The Weather Service expects more heavy rain and flash floods over the next 2 to 3 weeks, especially in the south where the rains have already caused most damage, bringing with it fears of a cholera outbreak. In 2001-2002, a cholera outbreak killed nearly 1,000 people, mostly children, out of 33,000 cases. The current heavy rains have also damaged crops, while the train service between southern Malawi and Mozambique has been suspended. Officials say rising water levels were preventing army helicopters from reaching some areas. Well, in neighbouring Mozambique, floods in the central and northern parts of the country have claimed 34 lives. A team from the South African National Defence Force arrived yesterday to assist with search and rescue operations. An estimated 200,000 people have been affected in the central Zambezia province. Officials say the figure could be higher as there was no information from all of the areas that had been cut off. South Africa has sent a team of soldiers and health workers to the province, and further north, flooding in Niassa province claimed 18 lives. More than 800 people were rescued in the southern districts. The heavy rain is expected to continue until March. Floods have become a concern worldwide, with almost 200 governments preparing to meet in Paris later this year to agree on a deal to limit global warming through limiting greenhouse gas emissions. Well, I'm now joined in studio by our resident meteorologist, Magdal Erasmus. Magdal, good to have you with us. Just take us through what we're seeing here, because it's similar to scenes of the 2000 floods in Mozambique, which caused severe havoc. So is this something similar? Just take us through it.
Well, the 2000 floods, that was because of a tropical cyclone, which was more towards the southern parts of Mozambique, and that's also why we had the effects across South Africa. But this one was a tropical low pressure system, so it was sitting there towards the northern parts of Mozambique and just sitting there, continually bringing more rainfall throughout those regions. So what's different of this one, it's just a low pressure system, so it didn't form across the ocean like a tropical cyclone normally would. However, this one is currently moving down the Mozambican channel, so it already has a name. It's called Cholera, tropical cyclone Cholera, and this will also be bringing heavy rain throughout Madagascar over the next few days.
Okay, so it's spreading. Is it going to get worse, and how long is it expected to go on for?
Well, this tropical cyclone will be moving across Madagascar. It will be making its way across closer to Reunion and Mauritius within the next few days. So we are expecting heavy rainfall probably for the next week throughout those regions. But now the rain continues across Mozambique and Malawi. But that's just typical tropical rainfall for those regions, and also typical for this time of year.
We've been seeing a lot of rain in South Africa, parts of South Africa, quite unseasonably large amounts of rain. Is this due to what we're seeing with the tropical cyclone?
Not at all. If I can focus your attention here on the satellite loop, you can see this tropical cyclone there across Madagascar. So the rain we are experiencing is from a different system. Normally our weather comes rather from Namibia and Botswana, as well as the western parts, with typical cold fronts. So no, it doesn't really link to that system.
Okay, one more question. I've run out of time actually with you, but we're seeing that flooding has become a global concern. So is this related to global warming?
Well, global warming will cause systems to be more intense, so we are expecting more flooding conditions due to the heavy rainfall. So yes, it has a connection towards with global warming, but it's not necessarily global warming causing this specific system.
All right, thank you very much, Magdal Erasmus, just filling us in there on what we've been seeing, the flooding in Mozambique and Malawi.